Now, did you know that half of the world's bluebells are found here in the UK and are now beginning to bloom? It can take around 5 years for them to flower from seed and multiply over time. One place where they're in full bloom is Colby Woodland Garden, and our West Wales reporter Lewis Rhys-Jones went to take a look.
We've picked a lovely dry day to come and visit the woodland here at Colby in Amroth, Pembrokeshire. And as you can see around us, there's a wonderful, beautiful blue carpet in the woodland. Well, joining us now is Steve Whitehead, head gardener at Colby, responsible for 30 acres of land, Steve, I believe, isn't it?
That's right, yes.
And, well, to start with, are we having a good year for the bluebell?
We're having a very good year for bluebells. They went over really quickly last year due to the heat, but we've had lots of nice rain. It's not been too hot. They're looking fantastic and doing well, yeah.
Wonderful. On the flip side of that, though, there has been conservationists, haven't there, saying recently that the British variant, at least, is under threat by the Spanish variety of the flowers. So how much of a cause for concern should this be, then?
It is an area for concern. There are places where escapes from gardens into the wild have bred with our native bluebells, and they're sort of muddying up the gene pool, as it were. But they're also more vigorous and they outcompete them, so it's not something we want to see a lot of. So, yeah. It is a worry.
And what are you doing here then to make sure that the British variety continues to thrive?
Well, we try really hard to make sure we don't get any introductions of the Spanish one. I mean, they're actually quite easy to spot. The flowers are surrounding the stem rather than all on one side like our bluebell. And also they're a bit more vigorous, which is why they can outcompete our lovely native plants.
Wonderful. And would you say, an environment like this is perfect for the flower?
This bit is just right. There's a right amount of shade to make sure the brambles and the bracken don't outcompete them. And this is what we're looking for when we plant a woodland. When trees blow over, we want this shade density to go on so that these bluebells can thrive. Yeah.
For those at home now, Steve, that might be wondering, what can I do to grow them? Have you got any top tips to people that might want to grow them in their garden?
Well, they need a bit of shade. They're designed to come out and do all their growing and flowering before the leaves on the trees come out. And then they go dormant again, and that's their opportunity. But they actually need that shade so that other things don't outcompete them. So you need some trees or a shady corner. And do please plant the native bluebell, not the Spanish one.
Of course. And, now, of course, they're not out for long, are they, really, when you think about it? So how long have we got left to enjoy the flower now?
They're glorious but brief. You've got 2 or 3 weekends when they look really fantastic. This is probably the peak one. Next weekend will be really good as well, but the weekend after maybe not so much. So, yeah, next couple of weeks, get out there and smell some bluebells. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for talking to us. So there you have it now. Now's your chance to come and see the British bluebell in its full bloom. And I'd do it while the weather's nice.